Fraser is a nonprofit charitable organization that provides safe, professional, therapeutic equine activities enriching the lives of physically, emotionally, and developmentally challenged individuals through social, recreational, and national competitive riding programs. North Fraser Therapeutic Riding Association has been in Maple Ridge for over 40 years now. It had humble beginnings with 2 women and a donkey, and now we are up to 10 horses and 112 riders who join us for weekly lessons. Our facility is completely supported by volunteers. Sometimes there's as many as 4 or 5 volunteers per lesson, helping to get the horse ready, helping to sidewalk, lead. Our staff of certified professionals teach the therapeutic riding. We have part-time staff helping out with the barn care and the herd care, feeding and keeping our horses happy. And we also have 2 office staff keeping everything running. So you can see that it's a very busy operation, and our riders are about 50% adults and 50% youth. This year we're looking to expand our programming even more and focus more on the emotional and social benefits of being around horses. Historically, our ridership numbers were people with physical challenges. We're looking for more behavioral therapy. In the past years, riders have come to us with anxiety, ADHD, and have been prescribed therapeutic riding by their physicians to help them modulate and develop some emotional regularity around how to deal with the stresses in their life. So we also, because we have so many volunteers, we are very pleased that we have groups such as the Rainbow Club who come out and help pick paddocks for our horses, keeping everything tidy and clean. We have other organizations that have adults who come with care workers to do volunteer work. And also we have over 100 weekly volunteers who are here to help our riders. We run Monday through Saturday, generally 9 till 7 p.m. So you can see there's a lot of hours in the arena, supported by 6 therapeutic riding instructors. We're expanding that team as well. And we run 4 sessions a year, pretty much with the seasons. We have a couple week break in between sessions, but other than that, we're running 6 days a week. So to give you an idea what happens for a lesson, our rider would show up. They would come into the rider hut where they would sign in, grab their helmet, safety belt, and then they would wait for their horse. A team of volunteers would be in the barn prior to that, preparing their horse, grooming, checking his feet, putting all his tack on, and then bringing him into the arena. Once in the arena, the volunteers and the instructor would meet with the rider, and they would go up onto the mounting block. The instructor would assist and direct in mounting that rider, and then they would start their lessons. Their lessons would occur in the arena, and depending on what level that rider is at, whether they have the core strength to stay straight in the saddle, or if they might need 2 sidewalkers, they might have a leader, or they might be 100% independent. All the riders then are dismounted at the end of their lesson. On nice days, they'll go for a tour of the property, like a little trail ride around the property, which they all tend to enjoy. And at the end of their lesson, they get to feed their horses treats. So an example of a success story that we had, one of our riders joined us and had to be lifted from the wheelchair onto the horse, and their core strength was so weak from being in a wheelchair for so long, since an infant, that they couldn't spend much time in the saddle, that they really needed the support, and even after 5 minutes they were really exhausted, that they could not stay there. I'm pleased to say that rider's been with us for about 3 years now, and they are able to do a full half-hour lesson, and now their core strength from sitting on the horse, they're working on their own core strengths rather than sitting in the chair. So it gives them a chance to have that workout and figure out where it's at with the support of the sidewalkers, so they can continue building that. And for me, it was when I've been with North Fraser for 2 years now, when I met the mother of the child who was able to go from 5 minutes to 30 minutes. She was in tears because she never had been able to see her child that independent. And so this was a new view and joy for her that he had progressed from, not being able to sit for 5 minutes to making it through a lesson. Another example of a success story from a rider is that some of our riders' first words are on horseback. So there's something about the speech therapy centers of the brain that the movement of the horse kind of will initiate different neurons to fire. And so there's some theories that they're studying now to see exactly how does that work and why is it that that body movement enabled or encouraged speech for the first time. For me, one of my favorite parts is some of our instructors quite like singing. So to have them walking around the property singing with all the volunteers and the caregivers in tow and the rider on horseback and the joy of that little group traveling around the property is definitely a highlight of my day. We like to promote therapeutic riding as all-encompassing. There's the emotional, the social, and all those benefits of just being connected with another being that our riders receive, and taking care of our environment, taking care of our horses, taking care of each other, and treating each other with compassion. We're proud that Community Services has seen the benefits of our programming. They've referred youth to our youth program, which is one of our new programs that focus on the social and emotional connections with horses, developing resiliency in youth, dealing with bullying issues, teaching youth how to be assertive without being aggressive, setting clear boundaries, how to say no. All these social skills and basic life skills we can play out through activities with the horses on the ground, and to build ways of problem solving, communicating, and emotional agility that everyone